everybody, it is Corey from Gemini Guitar. Welcome back to the channel today for some blues metal heavy groove riffing. So this one reminds me a lot of Black Sabbath, I'm sure most people would agree, and what we're doing here is we're using some nifty power chord ideas which aren't really too hard in themselves with some melodic additions, as I like to call them, which just means we're going to be playing some single notes in and amongst the power chords. Before we begin, if you want to head over to the website, you can grab a PDF transcription of this just by visiting the link below in the video. And also, don't forget that this channel runs on the support of viewers who purchase products at the download store. So if you're able to buy any or all of those products, there's some packs there which will save you money. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so first things first, we're going to do some sliding in with power chords. Now these are the 2-note versions, just to free that fourth finger up and make everything a bit more fluid sounding. So we're going to slide into the 7th position for an E5 power chord on the 5th string. And then we're going to shift back a whole step to the D power chord. So it's... At this point then, what we're going to do is we're going to take that D power chord and move that up to an A power chord. So the first finger's on the 6th string. We're going to strum that and we're going to slide over to the 6th position, then slide back to the 5th position. And then we're going to strum the 3rd position then on the same set of strings for the G5. So we get... Now that isn't a 16th note triplet rhythm. Just muff that up, I'll do that again. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so that idea is going to be sort of like a hook, and that's just something that we're going to repeat throughout, and then we're going to vary that up with some other ideas. So on the first variation, we're going to just simply go back into an open E5 power chord, just slide into the 7th fret on the 5th string, and then pick the 5th fret on the same string. And what you want to do in between from this point is you'll notice that dampening effect, so it's got a really choppy sort of sound. And then we go the 7th, 6th, 5th on the 6th string, so it's... Got to go down to the 3rd position, hold that for a bit, and then pull off onto the open string. And you've got to be pretty quick here, because you want to be able to slide back into the idea that we explored in bar 1. Which is, as I said before, identical, so we're not going to need to go through that. So from here on in, it'll just be the variations. So the second variation starts off the same as the first variation, and you'll notice the rhythm here is identical, and in fact I think it's practically identical in the next 2 variations as well, just with different types of ideas. So what we do is slide in again to the 7th fret on the 5th string. This time though we're going to climb higher, so we're going to go from there, 5th fret on the 4th string, and then we're going to pick the 7th, 8th and 9th on the same string, shift over with the 3rd finger. Use the 7th fret then on the 3rd string, hold that for a bit and pull off to the open string. And what you want to do from that point is you're going to go back to the E5 power chord and do that hook again. Now the third variation is the E7 sharp 9 chord, popularized by Jimi Hendrix. Well, that's where I recognize it from anyway. You'll also hear Slash use that sometimes too. It's a really nice sounding chord, bit of tension there. So what you want to do with that is just position the 4th finger 8th fret 2nd string, and you're going to put 3rd, 7th on the 3rd, 1st at the 6th fret on the 4th, and then middle at the 7th on the 5th string. So you're going to go from the E power chord, and you want to strum it like that. So there is some dampening there to be done. You'll need to use your hand to do that, just back onto the strings. Back then to the open low E string. And then we're going to do, this is based off an E minor triad, it's just inverted because we have the G on the bottom there. And what we're going to do is just stab that a couple of times with some strums. Which kind of sounds like something out of War Pigs, so Tony Iommi did something similar to that, I think. So yeah, so this bar, And then you want to slide out on that second one. Do the hook again. And then what we've got is a unison bend. So what you do here is you position the first finger at the 12th fret on string 1. You're going to put the 4th finger at the 15th on the 2nd string, and you're going to bend the 2nd string a whole step, but you're not going to move the 1st string. So what the effect of this is that the D note here on the 2nd string is going to bend up to the pitch of the 1st string, and then that's obviously the same note. Now it is a little bit tricky to get the pitch exactly right, but what I like to do when I do this, when I'm holding it, is add some vibrato, and in that way then you don't have to be concerned as much about being, you know, a little bit off with the bending. In fact, I don't think it matters a lot. It's actually got a nice effect. There's a little bit of tension, a little bit of wobble there if you don't get it right. But that vibrato at the end just helps to add some, you know, some dynamics and character there. So, okay, so that wraps things up. Don't forget to check out the website, get the transcription, and support the channel if you can. And until the next lesson, bye for now.